Today we are going to begin our unit on the Age of Exploration. The exchange of goods between European and African... Today we are going to begin our study of the Age of Exploration. The exchange of goods between European and African empires had existed for centuries. However, the goods usually arrived after being exchanged with a third party. This means the traders didn't directly deal with the people they were trading with and exchanging goods with. You would sell your goods to someone who would then travel a long distance and sell it to someone else, who would then sell it to someone else who may eventually get it to the last buyer. During the 14 and 1500s, which is sometimes referred to as the Age of Exploration, direct trade between Europeans and Africans began to develop. Trade between Asia and Europe along the Silk Road, a network of land and sea trade routes, had declined after the fall of the Roman Empire. During the Age of Exploration, trade along this route began to greatly increase. The Age of Exploration was also known as a time of great expansion of knowledge, artistic expression, and scientific discovery in Europe. Here is an example of the Silk Road. The lines in red represent the land routes. The lines in blue represent the sea routes. Now, during this time, many new kingdoms throughout Europe were continuing to grow and trying to increase their power in the region. This often led to conflicts between kingdoms as they competed for land and wealth. England and France, for example, engaged in a series of conflicts throughout the 13 and 1400s, known as the 100 Years' War. These kingdoms, as well as others, believed trade with Africa and Asia was a way to increase their wealth and gain an advantage over their rivals. Particularly high competition for goods from China arose at this time. Europeans valued luxury goods, such as spices, tea, and silk, which China provided. In exchange, Europe sent silver to China and other parts of Asia. In the 1400s, however, trade along the Silk Road was tightly controlled by empires in the Middle East that would only trade directly with the Italian port cities of Venice and Genoa. This monopoly blocked trade between the rest of Europe and Asia. Europeans had to buy Asian goods from these two cities. This led to high prices and a scarcity of goods. Now, if you may remember from our last unit on the Renaissance, not last unit, but the unit before last, this trade route is what particularly led to the growth of the Renaissance in Italy. It was this trade with those Italian port cities that allowed the Renaissance era to thrive and flourish. Now, here we have a new word called monopoly. Monopoly is when there is one individual or one company that controls all of a particular good or service, and no one else has the ability to compete with that market to allow prices of goods to decrease. Here is an example of the trade routes from these two trading cities within Italy. If you lived somewhere else in Europe and you wanted something that came from China or the Middle East, you had to get it from Italy. Searching for new opportunities. The European kingdoms were unhappy with this situation. They wanted to find a way to trade directly with Asia. Who wants to go through Italy to trade with Asia? To do this, they needed to find a way around the Muslim empires. Many European leaders believed the best way to do this would be found a sea route to Asia that would allow them to bypass traditional Mediterranean sea routes under Ottoman control. During the Age of Exploration, European explorers began to take long voyages in search of this sea route to Asia. The routes took these explorers around the southern tip of Africa. The journey was long and very dangerous. However, the search for a better route had unexpected results. While searching for a new route to Asia, European explorers unexpectedly came upon southern Africa, the islands of the West Indies, what is now called the Caribbean, and the continents of North America and South America.